We have discussed composition of mappings in the last lecture, and now we are trying to prove first property regarding this composition of mappings. We have called this property as a theorem, in which we are writing there f is function from x to y, which is 1 to 1 and on to, and then for any 1 to 1 and on to function we are trying to show composition of any mapping which is 1 to 1 and on to with its inverse from both sides is nothing but the identity mapping. Just it depends on from which side you are applying first or which function you are applying first. It depends on that calculations that it is identity mapping on first set or second set. So we have started to write given things. We have taken f as a function from x to y, which is 1 to 1 and on to. Then because it is 1 to 1 and on to mapping, its inverse exists, and inverse exists from y to x. And again we have written definitions of both f of x as well as f inverse of y. These definitions are nothing but the depending on each other. And then we have tried to write both compositions. We have checked there that these compositions are defined or not, and after checking we got there f inverse composition f is nothing but the mapping from x to x, and f composition f inverse is nothing but the mapping from y to y. So these are the two compositions that are defined here, and now we want to prove here these two new mappings are nothing but the identity mappings on x and y respectively. So in the today's lecture we have to complete this proof. Okay, let me check whatever I have explained or revised here from last lecture. You are listening it or not? Some more people are entering in the meeting, so let me admit them. Only 4 people are there. Okay. Okay, again let me know whatever I have revised here. You are listening it or not, and then I have to continue yesterday's proof. So just 2-3 students just reply me quickly, and then I have to start. And already we have started the proof. Please reply quickly. I have to continue yesterday's or last lecture's theorem. Please, you can reply on WhatsApp. I am not getting on app. Okay, so I'm starting to write proof. Okay. Okay. Now we have defined in the yesterday's lecture these two mappings. So let me prove These two mappings are nothing but the identity mappings on X and Y respectively. So I am going to prove first. Okay, let me say this as a first, and here our claim means statement which we want to prove. Claim, we want to prove first F inverse composition F is an identity mapping. Identity mapping on X. See, in above lines we have defined this mapping, and it is mapping from X to X. Identity mapping is nothing but the mapping from, it is mapping defined on one set only. So our set is nothing but the X here. F inverse composition F is an identity mapping on capital X. See, F inverse composition F, I am saying that means I have to apply first F. F is mapping from X to Y. So F takes set X to Y. And then F inverse is nothing but the mapping from Y to X. So later on, we have to apply F inverse from Y to X. That means finally, whatever elements you take there, it belongs to X. So we have started from set X and we are reaching to the set X. That means this mapping should be, we must prove there this mapping is nothing but the identity mapping on set X. Already we have written in above lines, this is mapping from X to X. Just I have to take any arbitrary element from first set, and we have to take image of that element under this mapping, and if we get same element as the image of that given element, then you can say this mapping is nothing but the identity mapping on this set capital X. So let me start to write here. Okay, we have this mapping which is F inverse composition F as mapping from capital X to X. Okay, so now I am taking any arbitrary element from first set, that means capital X. So let small x belongs to capital X. Then consider I have to take image of this X under this mapping that I have to prove as identity mapping. So consider image of this arbitrary element that we have taken from first set under this mapping. What is element here? It is X. And now we are applying this new mapping which is defined on X. So how we apply composition? We first apply this mapping F which is written on right side. So it is f of X, and then on this new element f of X we have to apply later on F inverse. What is f of X? We have written definitions there in above lines. What is f of X? We are taking that f of X as nothing but the Y. Y is nothing but the element of capital Y. And F inverse is defined from capital Y to X. So take image of this small y under this F inverse. And again, while writing definition of F inverse, we have written there with the help of f of X. F inverse of y is nothing but the X. Okay. So full stop, and therefore we have proved here image of this arbitrary element X from capital X is nothing but the X. For I am saying arbitrary, that means it is true for every element. Every small x belongs to capital X. And what is meaning of this? What is meaning of this? What is definition of identity mapping? It should be defined from one set to itself, any set to itself, and then under that mapping image of each element must be same element there, and here it happens for each and every element from the first set. So this mapping is nothing but the identity mapping, and already we have written in above lines this F inverse composition F is mapping from X to X, and we got here image of each element small x is nothing but the itself. That means this mapping is nothing but the identity mapping on capital X. So you can denote this also by that I suffix X. So let me write, thus thus F inverse composition F on X is same as X, and you can write this as I suffix X is mapping from capital X to X. Therefore this mapping, see, under this mapping and this mapping, image of each element is same. So when we say that two mappings are equal, if they are defined on the same domain and codomain, and image of each element under these two mappings is same, then in that case we can call mappings are equal. So these two mappings are equal. One side is nothing but the F inverse composition F, and on another side it is I suffix X, which is identity mapping on. You can write here in this bracket, I suffix X is nothing but the mapping from X to X. This is notation for identity mapping on any set X. I suffix X is nothing but the notation for identity mapping on any set X. So Ix is nothing but the X to X is an identity mapping. No need to say it is identity mapping on X, because I am writing in these notations, it is defined from X to X, identity map or mapping you can say. Okay. So we have proved here, therefore F inverse composition F is equals to Ix is an identity mapping. Identity mapping on which set? Capital X. And then in the same manner we have to complete second part also. Two mappings we are going to prove as identity mappings. So first we have proved it is identity mapping for any mapping if you take its composition with F inverse in this way, F inverse on left side and F on right side, then already we have checked it is mapping from X to X. So we are getting this mapping is nothing but the identity mapping on set X. So again in the same manner and using same given things, let me prove second. What is second? In the given theorem we have written there, we want these two mappings as identity mappings. So second mapping is nothing but the F composition F inverse. F is from left side and F inverse from right side. Now we want to prove in this part is an identity mapping on which set? It is capital Y, on capital Y. Okay. And then write in the same manner. Firstly, say this is nothing but the mapping from Y to Y. We have written in above lines. This mapping is nothing but the mapping defined on Y to Y. Domain is Y, codomain is Y. For identity mapping, domain and codomain should be same there. So here these two sets are same. Okay. And first set is Y. So let us start with arbitrary element of Y. Let small y is nothing but the arbitrary element of capital Y. And then try to find out image of this element under this mapping F composition F inverse. So let me consider here, consider image of Y under this mapping. What is mapping here? F composition F inverse. F inverse is inside the bracket, huh? Don't confuse this. Okay, now we know how to apply composition of mappings. So how we apply this? we keep f outside, and then we first apply this mapping which is written on right side on that element that we have taken here, which is y. Then using f inverse of y that we have written in above discussion. What is f inverse of y? It is simply x that we have written with the help of definition of f inverse. So it is f of x. And what is f of x? That is also we have written there. It is y. It is y. So what we have proved here, or we have calculated the image of y, we got it y itself. Therefore f composition f inverse under this mapping image of y is nothing but the y itself, and you can write this y as image of small y under the identity mapping which is defined on capital Y, and then write about this I y. This is notation. I suffix y is the notation for identity mapping. Y we are writing, that means this is nothing but the mapping defined from y to y. It is identity map or mapping. So I y is nothing but the identity mapping. So see here, image of this small y under both the mappings is same. That means these two mappings are equal mapping. Therefore, now I am equating these two mappings, and I am saying this mapping as identity mapping. I am equating this new mapping with this IY, which is nothing but the, we have definition of identity mapping on set Y. So under this mapping, image of y is nothing but the y, and we have equated with our mapping. So under these two mappings, images are same. So these two mappings are nothing but the equal mappings, and we are equating it with identity mapping. So call this f composition f inverse as a identity mapping on y. Therefore, f composition f inverse, it is equals to I of y is an identity mapping on capital Y. So in this way we have completed very simple proof, and very short proof that we have completed for the two mappings, or for any mapping which is 1 to 1 and on 2. Its inverse exists always, it is unique, and if you take composition of any mapping with its inverse, then you will get always identity mapping. Just you have to say by checking it is on first set or on the second set. There are two identity mappings. One is defined on the domain, and second is defined on the codomain in terms of this composition of mappings. Okay, so this is the theorem first that we have proved, and again I want to prove second property of composition of mappings, and that I am going to list in terms of theorem second. Okay, so if you have written this, then let me continue. Okay. So I am going to write here statement of theorem second. Before that, uh, let me know you understood this or not. Just send messages. Okay, theorem second. If I have called the above theorem as a theorem 1, I have not named this as theorem 1. So let me write this is nothing but the theorem 1, and then call this new statement as a theorem second property as a Okay, please send me messages. You understood this proof or not? It is very simple and short. Okay. So I want to continue this as a theorem second. Okay. Before that, let me check. Okay. Okay, I am going to continue second theorem, second property. So again, it is for composition of mappings. These are the properties of composition of mappings. So, okay, if f from x to y is a function, then iy composition f is f, and f composition ix is nothing but the f. So this is the statement. So write it. If okay, this is nothing but the for any mapping, huh? If f is mapping from x to y, f is mapping from x to y, is a function okay, then okay, we have to check these calculations. Huh? I am taking first here iy. Iy means this is mapping from y to y, and its composition I am going to take here with f, and we get again it as f. That means you have to firstly apply f. F is mapping from x to y, and then iy is mapping from y to y. So whole mapping or new mapping takes x to x. So sorry, x to y, huh? And it is f. F is nothing but the mapping from x to y. So we are equating these two mappings here. That means they must have same domains and co-domains here. So you can also check this iy composition f is same as f, and f composition ix is identity mapping on capital X, x to x. So we have to apply first x to x, and then later on f takes x to y. That means this mapping is nothing but the mapping from x to y, and it is nothing but the f there. And then in words, that is, you can write this statement in words as the product of any function with the identity function is the function itself. Okay, so write this: the product of any function. See, we have taken any function f. The product of any function with the identity function is function itself, or that function itself. Function is the function itself. What is the meaning of this? If you have any function, it is defined from x to y, and if you take product of this function with identity mapping, but you have to take with suitable identity mapping, huh? That new product must be well defined there. it should be defined there. So product of any function with identity function is nothing but the function itself. Just instead of I am writing here I of y and I of x because we have taken f from x to y. If you take f from x to x, then there is no need to write I x. You can simply write there I. But here we are taking our function as f from x to y. So you have to mention which identity mapping you are using there in these two products. In the first one, it is I of y, we are writing from left side, and in the second product, we are using identity mapping that we are writing on the right side. And if you observe in this statement that we have to prove later on, if you observe here, this product is nothing but again f. That means product of any function with identity mapping is nothing but the function itself. Okay, so let me write proof. In words also we have written this statement. Okay, proof okay. So write given function, let f from x to y be a function on x. I am saying here on x. On x means I am just mentioning here for this domain on x to y. Okay, let me complete x to y. Then I want to use I suffix y and I suffix x. So let us write these two mappings. Let I suffix x mapping from x to x, by default it is x to x, and I suffix y shows here that it is mapping from y to y, and I am writing. So these are the identity mappings. Let ix and iy be the identity mappings. Be the identity mappings on first mapping I am saying on x, and second mapping is nothing but the on y respectively. Respectively means first mapping is on x and second mapping is on y. They are identity mappings. Okay. Now let me check directly. Iy composition f is nothing but the f. Okay. Before that, let us define for small x in capital X, its image is nothing but the small y in capital Y. Okay, let us assume there. Let for x belongs to capital X, its image under given function f of x is nothing but the y, and that y belongs to capital Y. Okay. And now consider everything we have written there. Now that we wanted to use here in this proof, let us consider first as I suffix y composition f. Okay. Sorry, before considering this, let me write here whatever mappings we are going to prove there that are defined on this sets x to y. Okay. Sometimes we have disturbance of this Microsoft OneNote, so we have to write this y. Now I composition y, sorry, I suffix y composition f is mapping from, okay, you can check in a minute or in a second, within second, f is mapping from x to y. That means first set must be x. F takes x to y, and then later on I suffix y takes that y to y. That means second set is nothing but the y. So this is mapping defined from x to y. And second composition, it is f with I suffix x. That means you are going to apply I suffix x first. So I suffix x is nothing but the mapping from x to x. So we have to start with x. I suffix x takes x to x, and then later on f takes that x to y. That means this is mapping from x to y. So these two mappings I wanted to write here. And now consider these are the functions f itself. Consider now image of any element under this mapping, and what is first set here? It is x, capital X. So its small element is nothing but the small x. And then you have to proceed to apply. It is I suffix y first, and then first you have to apply f of x and then I suffix y. But what is f of x? By definition, what is f of x? It is y. So this is y. And then image of small y under identity mapping defined on y, capital Y. This I suffix y is nothing but the identity mapping on capital Y. So it takes each element of capital Y to itself. That means image of this y is nothing but the itself. And again you can equate this y with f of x. Y is nothing but the f of x. And this is for, we have taken arbitrary x, so it happens for all x belongs to capital X. Therefore, we have for this two mappings, image of x under these two mappings is same. Okay, this happens for all x belongs to capital X. So these two mappings are defined from x to y on the same domain and codomain, and image of each element in the first set is same under these two mappings. That means these two mappings are equal mappings there. So equate them. Therefore I suffix y, its composition with f is equals to f. So this mapping is nothing but the, or you can say this is product of f with identity mapping iy, and you are getting it as same function. So this is the first part, and I think you can prove in the same way easily. Second mapping, which mapping? f composition ix. It is mapping defined from x to y. You have to take small x from capital X. Its image you have to take, and you